Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I wanted to talk about one really important nutrient, fiber. I've been having a couple conversations with a few people lately, and it's concerning, they're concerned a little bit about what fiber can actually do for you. You know, like the regularity and stuff that we're supposed to do that doesn't always seem to happen when we want it to. So, my first advice for them is make sure you're drinking enough water, okay? You gotta make sure you're flushing your system, you gotta make sure you're staying hydrated, or else things that should come out just don't. But, I mean, saying, that you should be drinking enough water, that's a really easy answer, but that isn't the full answer. The next best part to that answer of, why is this not happening? Why am I not able to go? It's possibly fiber. I think there's a little bit of a stigma when talking about fiber a little bit, that maybe it's just for old people or something, or just for people with certain conditions that you should make sure you get enough fiber, or take a fiber supplement. That is not true. There's recommendations for people of any age, of any gender, to be making sure that you eat at least 20 grams of fiber. The range is from 21 to 30, depending on your age and depending on if you're a guy or a girl. So, yeah, everybody needs to be making sure they get enough fiber. And the American diet is not very conducive to us getting very much at all. I would say, at least from my readings and my research, that most people only seem to get between 5 and 15 grams, so, per day. So that might explain why people suffer from this, and why people have this as a complaint. So, today I want to talk about some ways that you can make sure that you get enough fiber. Ways to start doing some ingredient substitutions for the things that you eat daily to help this along. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite ways to make sure that I get enough fiber, because I don't suffer from this complaint at all. I consider myself to be pretty good in control with my water and my fiber intake. So it's working, definitely. So let me share with you some ways to make sure. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you are just some basic ingredients here. Blackberries. Berries are one of the fruits that are highest in fiber, and just for one of the berries that I've selected here, blackberries, my favorite for this. So, for 1 cup of blackberries, which actually is kind of a lot, so you could probably go a little less here. I tend to eat about a half a cup, maybe a little bit more, maybe 2/3 of a cup of blackberries a day, or raspberries, which is slightly less. I found that it's only 60 calories for 1 whole cup. Okay, so hang on, let me get a measuring cup here. 1 cup, okay? That's a lot. That's a lot of blackberries fitting in that cup there, okay? That is going to be, get this, 7.6 grams of fiber. Okay, so let's just say that maybe it's going to be your goal to get 25 grams of fiber a day. Definitely a good goal, definitely doable, okay? 7.6, say you're going to have a couple blackberries for breakfast. That's going to get you at least a third of the way there, or about a third of the way there, let's say, okay? Alright, not too bad. Blackberries, good source. Okay, say you didn't want berries, say you wanted to switch it up and have a large apple. Not a bad choice. 1 large apple is 110 calories, not bad, makes for a good snack. 5.1 grams of fiber. Definitely a good choice right there. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's switch over to vegetables. Alright, I brought out a package of frozen vegetables. I am a huge supporter of frozen vegetables when I can't get fresh from the garden, simply because they're not seasoned. There's so many varieties out there. They're well priced and they keep. I love fresh vegetables. I do have fresh vegetables in my fridge and already growing in my garden outside, but it's not like that in all times of the year. And up here in Buffalo, New York, sometimes even the fresh vegetables that you get at the supermarket aren't always looking great, or they're badly priced. So frozen vegetables are the way to go. What do we have here? This is from Tops. This is the mixed oriental vegetable blend. Has green beans, broccoli, onions, and mushrooms. Alright, so 1 cup, again, 1 cup, 30 calories, great choice, okay? So out of that 1 cup of vegetables, which you could easily do 2 cups, and that's great for dinner. Alright, 2 grams of fiber. That's it. So even if you go to, say, 2 cups of this, which, you're looking at this bag here, I mean, that's going to really easily fill that. So you could go to, that's only 4 grams. So say you had like your blackberries plus 2 cups of this, and I mean you're getting to like 11, 12 grams. Okay, so you're about halfway there. Okay, so still more help is going to need to be done here, but at least that's a little bit of a comparison. Okay, let's say you wanted to start your dinner. Okay, I have a bag of potatoes here. Okay, so 1 potato. All right, we all know what a potato looks like as far as size goes. All right, so 1 potato, 110 calories. Okay, not bad for one of your dinner sides. Alrighty, or we could do a lot with that potato as long as you're only eating 1 potato. So hard, right? Because potatoes, everybody loves potatoes, right? Hopefully. Okay, so 1 regular potato. And actually, because there's so many different types of potatoes, these are russets, actually. That's what I happen to have in my hand right now. Okay, 2 grams of fiber. That's it. Okay, especially if you're watching carbs at all. It says 26 grams of carbohydrates. Net carbs, that'll give you 24. Okay, but 2 grams, and that's with skins on. It doesn't say skins removed. So, I mean, alright, so there's like a little bit of it there, but like, that's it. Only 2. Alright. So, you know, yeah, there's fiber in there, but I wouldn't call it a good source. Alright? So, not bad, not great, unfortunately. Okay, next thing. Alright, I am also a huge proponent of protein shakes. My days get really busy once I leave the house. I don't have time to eat. I don't give myself time to eat. I don't know if I condone that type of behavior, but it's just how it happens to be, and I'm kind of okay with it. I've never been a big lunch person anyway, so I tend to have a protein shake for lunch instead. So with my protein shake powder that I have, 100 calories per scoop, and it does have fiber in it. It has 3 grams of fiber. Ooh, not bad. How many carbs? 3. So 0 net carbs. Yeah, I did that on purpose. Especially back in the days where I was watching my carbs. Yes, 0 net carbs is kind of a cool thing. But especially like that I, you know, with my goal of wanting to go a little bit higher protein, okay, that'll help balance my macros the way I want them to be. But yeah, 3 grams of fiber, that's not too bad for a beverage or a lunch beverage. Alright, and I'm going to get into more why I like this particular brand on like another video, actually. Probably in a couple weeks I'll be doing that one with the plan I have. Okay, so these are just some basic foods for how you can get some extra fiber, but I wanted to talk about a couple more bonus ones because there's a few that I really, really highly recommend, and I eat them regularly because I know that they're so good in fiber, and they substitute out for other things that I would be eating, other types of this food I would be eating. Wraps. I make like everything into a wrap. I can definitely have a wrap for any of my basic 3 meals of, you know, during the day. If I eat lunch wrap. Breakfast wrap with eggs, dinner wrap with chicken, okay? I definitely eat these probably maybe 4 times a week, alright? It seems like I'm always buying them. Okay, so these particular ones are their Mission. They have them at Walmart, they have them at Tops. I think, no, I have not seen them at Wegmans yet. I definitely found them first at Niagara Produce, actually. Okay, so they're specifically the Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. They also have these in smaller sizes too. I started with the smaller size. I went to the big size because there's even more fiber and it was just a little bit more filling. Okay, you can also stick more in them too, like if you want chicken or something. Ready for these nutrition facts? Okay, right? So 1 tortilla, which at least for me that's enough. But I mean I've had 2 before. That's a big meal. It's too much for me. 1 tortilla, 110 calories. Okay, not bad, not bad. Total carbohydrates, 30 grams. Okay, about what we would expect for a wheat tortilla. Alrighty, sure. Ready for this? This is my favorite, okay? Dietary fiber. 25 grams of fiber. Whew! 25 grams. So, like, you could eat one of these. Probably should be drinking a lot of water after that. I'll be honest with you. That's a lot of fiber to have all at once with food. A drier food too. It doesn't say, you know, make sure you consume with fiber or with water, but like, yeah, 25 grams. That's a lot. That's gonna make you feel good about your fiber intake just with one of these. So like, you could make all sorts of different meals out of these things. I mean, my gosh, you could like bake them and make chips out of them. I mean, there's just so many options with like larger tortilla wraps. So, highly recommend for fiber. Okay. Say you don't want a wrap. Say you've been eating so many of these Mission Carb Balance whole wheat wraps that you just need bread. Okay, I found a couple types of breads that I thought were pretty good for this. I think I found these at Wegmans. This is Schmidt Old Time 647. That's the brand. 647. Okay, so it says right on the front here, 6 grams of net carbs, 40 calories per slice. Okay, all right, not bad, not bad. And 8 grams of fiber per serving. All right, let me look at the label here. Of course, I've seen this before, but hey, I want to make sure I'm reading the actual label here. Yes, 40 calories per slice, and half a gram of fat. Okay, that's not bad. 120 milligrams of sodium. Okay, could be worse. 14 carbs, but 8 of those carbs indeed are fiber. Alright, so let's make a breakfast sandwich, right? Put a fried egg on there, maybe a piece of cheese if you want. I've been doing like a healthy uncured ham slices sometimes if I make a breakfast sandwich. So if you're having 2 slices of bread for this, like typical good little breakfast sandwich, alright, that's 16 grams of fiber. That's a nice start to your day. Still consume some water. It would be a good idea. Alright. 1 gram of extra added sugar. Wow, that's good. A couple grams of protein. Not too bad. Obviously, if you've got some sort of a wheat intolerance, you're not going to want to consume either of these products. But like for those of you who don't, that's what I'm aiming towards right now. So yeah, also very, very good. So yeah, this was called 647 Schmidt Old Time Bread. Yeah. It's just a basic wheat. I think they had other ones there too, and I believe this one came from Wegmans. I did find another one that was at Walmart. It was called 35. I think the calories were 35 calories. I think that's what it was called. But like similar nutrient makeup and the nutrition facts. So I would recommend that one as well. If I had some there, I'd be reading you those facts too. But this was comparable. This is just what I have in the fridge right now. Okay, so what about those fiber products? Because, there's Metamucil, there's Benefiber. I used to take Benefiber. I thought Metamucil didn't have enough in there. It was only like a few grams of fiber per serving, like 2 or 3 or something. It depended on what it was. And I was like, it makes water and it makes things that you're drinking taste weird. I don't know, like a strange type of consistency in there. I was just a little bit, do I want to invest in a whole bottle of this? I wasn't sure. So I never tried Metamucil. Benefiber, I tried Benefiber Healthy Shape. That one wasn't too bad. I found that if I didn't drink it in water, but if I had like water with like an energy powder or something in there, or like with protein powder, I found that I didn't even know it was there, so that was fine. So, if you're considering adding it to a beverage, I would say just make sure it's not just plain water, or else you're going to notice it. So say you've got, I don't know, some sort of other drink mix in there with protein powder, totally fine, you're not going to notice it. But again, it was only giving you per scoop like 3, maybe 4 grams of fiber. Okay, so like a little boost, but it'll chip away at that 20-25 grams that you're after. Let's go with 25. It's a good baseline number. Men should have even a little bit more. But so yeah, it'll chip away at it, but you're still going to need something that's gonna get you there. Okay. One other supplement I wanted to tell you about also was this right here. Proceed with caution. Psyllium husk powder. So sometimes these other products that we have, like maybe even cereals, or they're probably some rest. Let's see here. I'm looking at the wraps here. Actually, there might be psyllium husk powder in here. No, there's not in this particular product, but in others they do sometimes have it in there in the nutrition facts. So what is psyllium husk powder? So it's basically, okay, so this is by Yerba Prima, that's the brand here. It says psyllium husks for regularity and colon health. Which actually, that's something to consider, because, they say that, people are getting and suffering and dying from colon cancer at younger and younger ages now. We know somebody personally who did pass from that. Very scary stuff. Psyllium husks promote easy, healthy irritation and sweep waste out of the colon more quickly. Psyllium husks provide gentle fiber to soothe and normalize the bowel when there is discomfort. To maintain regularity in colon health, take 1 to 3 servings a day with meals or between meals. Okay, so let's see where I can actually. Sorry about that noise. It's a cat again. Yeah, it's basically like a. It's like a cellulose or something like that. Oh gosh, what is it here? Contains. Let's see here. Ah, here we go. Yep, it's psyllium seed husks. Hello, Lily. Thank you for joining the program. Okay. She has lots of fiber in her system right now. Full of fluff. Okay. So, yes, yeah, these are psyllium seed husks. That's what this is. So, like the outer casing of the seeds. Okay. So, it's primarily a non-digestible fiber. So that's what this type is. So it has a combination of soluble fiber and a little bit of insoluble fiber also. So per serving, so like a rounded teaspoon is what this is, okay? That's what your serving size is supposed to be, is 4.5 grams. So for a fiber supplement, this is a little bit on the upper side, like a little bit more than normal. And that's total carbs and total dietary fiber, so 0 net carbs. So that's what this would be then. So not too much else in there. It does add 15 calories because obviously fiber is a type of carbohydrate. So carbohydrates add calories on there. So it's just something to consider if you're calorie counting. That's why I like products that have fiber infused because, well, you're eating the food. The food is going to need to be calories for energy, so you might as well decide. She wants all the attention. You might as well choose a food that's actually going to have like both of those tasks in there: your food, your energy, and the fiber that you need. Okay. So I just wanted to share some of that with you. Oh, what about regular other vegetables and stuff? I only kind of told you about one green vegetable. Aren't vegetables supposed to be high in fiber? Yeah, there's fiber in them. Not as much as you might think, so I just wanted to tell you about 2 vegetables that do have fiber. That, traditionally we think that they're high in fiber. Yeah, here you go. So for a celery stalk, 1 to 2 grams fiber, right? Well, celery doesn't have many calories to begin with, therefore it can't have much of the carbohydrates that fiber is, therefore it can't have much fiber. There's just not enough in celery to give you enough fiber, okay? The same goes for lettuce, okay? Those greens, those roughage, same thing. A cup of pretty much any type of lettuce is going to give you about 2 grams of fiber per serving, okay? So yeah, all those little things add up, all those good things that you might put into salads, not bad things, but good things. It could give you a salad that maybe is going to give you about 8 grams of fiber and stuff, collectively all the vegetable type ingredients if you're, careful about planning it. But really, it's, you have to plan for it and work at it, okay? So, hopefully that puts some things into perspective and it helps you out, especially if you have been suffering from those ailments that mean you don't have enough fiber. And remember, water, you have a high fiber meal, you really, really should be drinking water to help that whole flushing process be better, okay? So, hopefully this answers some questions you either have or maybe someday will have. And if you have any further questions about anything on this topic, feel free to message me below. All right, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.